upgrade it up to that point. Don't think I'm going to have enough material. Oh, that's... Where does this... Oh, so does that get upgraded at the same place a jeweler's does? Oh, no, sorry, it's already upgraded to its maximum. I remember now. Alright, let's head back up. But yeah, that last fight, basically... I was having to dodge it, though, Sheelab, so you don't feel bad about your sorcerer build. It's just, it was more for me, I was waiting for my skills to come down off cooldown. Once my blood golem got back up, because it doesn't need a corpse to generate, I could drop its big dot and then follow up with my bone storm, which also put bone storm on the blood golem, which allowed us to, you know, really suck down the life of whatever we were fighting, as long as we were close together. But I definitely need to increase the overall damage that we're doing. And I would like a core skill that generated more corpses. I worry about that. As much as I like blood skills. I feel that blood skills should be the ones that generate corpses more consistently, but maybe just not the ones I've got. A lot of people over here. Yes, there are. Let's make sure that everything back there is dying very convincingly. Okay, that looks like the right way. It's interesting that this is showing me the amount of enemies on the screen. My lord. What were you doing? I don't even need to go into these rooms to kill everything in them. I just need to know that there's something there. Oh, dear me. No. Also no. Ah! Bad. Oh, that is Thalia. Okay, so I did go the right way. Accidentally, but... Hi. Thank you very much, Skeletal Mages, for freezing her. There we go. Got the Necklace of Eyes already. I will take my level just as soon as this stops being a million things for me to kill. Right, we're just going to hide in here so I can take my level. Let's have a look at you. Plus the dexterity, not really what I'm looking for. 2 sockets, though. But I've got summoning damage, which I like. So I'm going to say no to this. Yeah, and also blood skill damage. Right. Let's have a quick gander. 1 more skill point, we get down there. Minions deal increased damage when we're close is very much something I would like. For 5 seconds, your skeletal priest healing will heal your skeletons for an additional 20% of their maximum life. Or I can... Hitting enemies with blood skills levels up a bit. Or I can start going down Serration. Your bone skills have a 0.3% increased critical strike chance for each 10 essence you have upon cast. Bone skills deal 6% increased critical strike damage to vulnerable enemies. I mean, maybe I should go down the bone skill route and not have blood skills. Let's see corpse. What leaves corpses? Most skills do... Oh, actually. Blood mist does, but that's a very long cooldown. Leaves a corpse behind every 1 second, though. Dispersion into a bloody mist, becoming immune for 3 seconds. Your movement speed is reduced to 20%, and you periodically deal 7 to 9 damage to enemies and heal for 0.5% of your maximum life. Casting skills that overpowers reduces the cooldown of blood mist. Yeah, no, I don't think that one is a particularly good one. But if I left these, I could focus almost entirely on bone skills. if instead of Bloodlance... But I've got a bonus to blood skills, but still. Bone Spear breaks into 3 shards. Bone Spear makes the first enemy it hits vulnerable. Bone Spear has 5% increased critical strike chance. If Bone Spear's primary projectile critically strikes, it fires 2 additional bone shards upon being destroyed. Might be a better one to go for. Draw blood from enemies, dealing 88 to 108 damage, and expel a blood nova. Blood Surge heals you. Each time an enemy is hit by Blood Surge, you're fortified 1% base life. While you fortify for over 50% of your maximum life, Blood Surge deals 20% increased damage, which is quite nice. Down Blood Surge, while you're healthy, gain 1 stack of overwhelming blood. I don't know, nothing really jumps out at me here. Well, I'm liking the blood skills so far. The other thing is that whilst this, yes, it is a bone skill, I could instead drop Bloodlance and go for Blight instead. Which is what I started with. 30% chance to immobilize enemies for 1.5 seconds, so I could really hold them down and just do loads of damage and then maximize the benefit. Because right now I'm kind of doing damage with 3 different elements. My Corpse Explosion is darkness, my Blood Lance is blood, and then my Bone Storm is bone. It might be better for me to try and focus my effects into one direction instead. And since this is already darkness, if I make this darkness, then yes, Bone Storm being my ultimate kind of doesn't have as much of a focus, but I could still invest a little bit down there, but I would make more sense then to just put all of my points in one place. I think I actually might do that. I think I may... I've got aspects that help with Bloodlance, though. That's the only thing. Bloodlance deals 15% increased damage to its primary target. And... yeah, these are the 2 that I've got. And I think I've got one other thing that's giving me extra damage with blood attacks. Yeah, 3.6% blood skill damage. So I would be losing a lot of potential damage by switching this out. Because right now it does 389 to 476 damage. And can pass through. And it also does that damage to all enemies that have been bloodlanced. For 3 seconds. So if I hit a number of enemies in 3 seconds, then this would do that damage to all of them at once. It's a difficult one to decide to change at this point. Pieces through enemies. Well, at least 2 enemies got Bloodlance. You gain 15% attack speed and Bloodlance access cost is reduced. So currently it's 14. This would be twice as expensive. Shards, 5% increased critical strike. Or makes them vulnerable. I mean, vulnerable enemies is nice, though. And then there's Blight, which does a lot less damage. But it does put a 6-second dot on the ground. I could slow them. And I could occasionally immobilize them. I don't want to generalize, so I'm actually going to downgrade this and upgrade into this. As far as immobilizing enemies would be quite nice, especially against melee enemies, because it would stop them chasing. But allowing my minions to do more damage while something's in a blight field, which I'm going to be trying to encourage, does make a lot of sense as well. Yeah, let's go for the increased damage. And then we're going to strip back the investment in blood skills here. And invest instead down here. So we've got damage enemies within darker skills increases your movement speed. So I'm always going to be fast, frankly. When you damage enemies with darkness skills, they take 2 times increased shadow damage from you and your minions for 2 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Might be worth it. 15% chance to stun. I mean, increasing the stun duration to 2 seconds is amazing. Skills deal 3% bonus damage to enemies who are slowed and 3% bonus damage to enemies who are stunned or immobilized. See, that becomes very effective because I slow them here, and potentially I could immobilize them there as well. Actually, given that, yeah, we'll switch that around. Alright, this is a bit of a different setup, isn't it? So, instead of Bloodlance now, we are going with Light. I'm going to be able to cast that far less aggressively. But we'll see how it goes. Also, next level, we get to take one of our major skills. And at this stage, I thought it was obvious which one I was going to go for. But now I'm not so sure. Your bone skills deal 1% increased damage for each point of essence you have above 50. Your maximum life is increased by 10%. After being healthy for 15 seconds, your next blood skill overpowers. But we've got Callan's Edict, which is the one I thought I was going for. After you've not taken damage for the last 3 seconds, which is most of the time, to be fair, your minions gain 15% attack speed. And while you have at least 7 minions, which is most of the time, this bonus is doubled. So they'd have 30% extra attack speed. Which would be very nice for Reapers in creating more corpses. Or Shadow Blight. Shadow damage infect enemies with Shadow Blight for 2 seconds. You and your minions deal 10% bonus damage to enemies with Shadow Blight. Every 10th time an enemy receives shadow damage from you or your minions whilst they are affected by Shadow Blight, they take an additional 100 to 122 shadow damage. It's going to be an interesting way of playing, for certain. We'll see how it goes. I've got to aim this spell a little bit more aggressively, though. They are dying pretty quickly, though. I will be honest. We're doing enormous amounts of damage to them. Oh, also claim. +1 skill pod. Thank you very much indeed. I missed that. Okay. 1 skill point has been unlocked for all characters on this realm, which means I can now drop that point in. It is pretty much possible for me to continuously apply shadow damage. Like, my corpse explosion and my main weapon now both drop shadow dots. So, and especially considering corpse explosion, I can drop a lot into a single area. This seems quite powerful. Because while that's there, it's going to keep popping up more Shadow Blight on them. So I feel like this one is the one to go for. I was so certain we were going to be getting the one with for the summonlings, because that is pretty much my entire thing, but apparently not. It's kind of a less flashy thing now, but definitely potent. Make no mistake. Because all of this is doing shadow damage, so it's, you know, one would assume putting shadow blight on them. My miasma killing floor is now significantly more deadly. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Everything's there. Why are my abilities not triggering? Ah! Why? I hate... Why did that pop up? God damn it. I was like, well, but why is nothing happening? No, I'd rather not die, honestly. But you know what, I guess... Sure, okay. If you must. I promise you this is going to hurt you more than me. Oh, apparently I'm scared. Why am I scared? I've got no reason to be afraid. I'm sorry, chat, for not noticing that. That was such a dumb thing. Cultist King, there we go. But it might be worth... Yeah, you are right, actually. It might be worth me switching my Skeletal Mages to Shadow now. It's just I really like freezing things. Shadow Mage's attack have a 10% chance to stun for 2 seconds. This cannot happen on the same enemy more than once every 5 seconds. And we have an additional Shadow Bolt every 5th attack. Maybe. Given how little you use your essence, Bone is really not that bad. And it's not hit. It receives damage, which makes stacking dots terrifying. Oh! It's not hits, it receives damage. Right. Yeah, you know what, sure. We'll go for Shadow Mages. We're all in for the Shadow build now. Well, I know where I can stick all of my future levels. We can just really start dumping them into one place. Because everything about this build is now really focused on it. Blastwave Shrine. Oh, hi. Hi. No, being here is bad for you. Super bad, in fact. So bad. So much vulnerability. It's glorious. Like, you can't see anything, which is a downside, unfortunately. This particular build is not very visually spectacular, I will agree. But, it's very effective. Staggeringly effective so far. Oh, no more essence. Sadness. Yep, nope. Oh, I could have just activated that the whole time. That's anything. Never mind. Come back, you. No. Take your medicine. Alright. Codex. Okay. Thank you kindly. Have a look at what we just got. Ooh, okay. Plus 18 intelligence. I could take that Bone Storm off, but then I would be stuck with it. The moment I remove that Bone Storm. That is a good helmet. While injured, your potions also grant you blah blah blah. Two ranks of Bone Prism, not what I'm looking for. So no. Lightning resistance. Are my people standing on spikes? You better not be. 5 blood skill damage, sad. Wrong time. Lightning resistance, cold damage, thorns. A bit lower armor though. Blood skill damage I don't care about now on my armor, so we don't need to consider that losing that a negative anymore. A bit more damage, +6 to all stats. Cooldown reduction is nice. It's a good roll on that, actually. And a 17% basic skill damage. I don't think we can pass that up. Yes. On my minion shadow build, I'm still using cold mages with the vulnerable and the blizzard legendary effects, by the way. Yeah, see, I like freezing things, and it happens so often. I was only mentioning it earlier as well, so it kind of, I feel inclined to go back to that. There's nothing really there I want. I'm losing staggering amounts of intelligence if I drop this. So it has to be very, very good to be worth it for me. 11 to all stats, that's okay, but no. You I don't know what to do with yet, because I could put that aspect on you. But if I was to remove that aspect, I'd put it on a ring instead. But I will only have this aspect once. Right, Fizzbeck. It's such a weird internet drop. I just don't know what's going on with it. Aavak's neck seems to have taken a nap again. Yeah, sorry about that. But welcome back, everyone. I could just move this aspect onto this, but there's no point. If I move that, it would either be onto a weapon or a jewel, I think. And it's a difficult one to give up right now. I think I want a bigger upgrade before then. I also feel inclined to... I think I will switch my mages back to ice mages. I just like freezing things. It feels so much better. Alright. Travel to the inner sanctum. Hello, everyone. I have come to play games. And kill people. It's like chewing bubblegum and killing people, but... less bubblegum, more games. Activating. No idea what that does. Okay, activating this one. Oh, okay. Now I see what it does. We can creep forward, sure. It doesn't look like we've got a fight just yet. That looks like a fight, though. Oh, Outrageous, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs, especially given how frustrating the internet drops have been. That's incredibly kind of you, guys. Thank you so much. Nope. Hello. That's right, my Reapers. Make more corpses so I can make more explosions so that they can have more dots and more shadow explosions. Oh my lord, the secondary damage and tertiary damage I do thanks to this build is becoming beautiful. Thing of grim beauty, sure, but beauty all the same. That's right, come over to me. That's it. Take your medicine. Also, you can come up. Alright, I am actually going to switch back to Ice Mages. I just like it. Frozen by your cold made primary attack, I'm made vulnerable. We go for the essence, so they'll keep topping me up for essence as I go. And that's just such a useful one. We want some more of them. May as well be blessed as well. Moment, everything here. Look at the health just dropping. It's a thing of beauty. Well, I did lose a skeletal mate. Correct that. And it's especially nice because barrier procs so often that it's usually I just walk into the middle of a mess and just turn all the bodies into poison and then just kind of wait. Hello. Get you to join us? Rude. Immobilizing them in all of the miasma is, thanks to the blight, is so ridiculously effective. Oh my. Hi. You know what? I think it's time for all of my strongest abilities all at once. Thank you. That is what we keep Bone Storm for. Right. Got Slay the High Priests 2. What do I want? Oh, fantastic. I'm going to have to get my mages back because unfortunately they were just stood in badness and sadness behind me, but it's more important to make sure that we alphaed down the main boss. Oh. Please tell me the circle's back around. I stood in something that's about to explode. I disapprove. That's what I do to other people, not what gets them to me. Ooh, artillery shrine. Ah, yes. Yes. Truly marvelous. What power flow through you. Along with the hate and all of the spikes and everything else that I'm throwing your way. It is a very bad day to be in my way right now. You made me have to heal. How dare you? Have we gone full circle? Sort of. Oh, there we are. You know what? Let's go in. Full attack mode. A little bit of everything all the time.
I'm not ready yet.
Earlier on. Okay. Don't know why that didn't proc when I wanted it. Dungeon completed. Cultist Refuge. What? My inventory's full. Scalawags. What did I just unlock? I didn't actually even pay any attention to why I was here. I just had to go and kill all of these things. Yes, sir. Off we go. Right, let's have a look at what we got. Rank of Decrepify, not interested. Plus 6%, but ooh, 6% shadow damage. That was actually a really good roll as well. All those stats are actually pretty good. I feel summoning damage is, well, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning into more of a shadow build all of a sudden, aren't I? It's kind of hard to tell what's best. 5% crowd control duration, considering a lot of my stuff now is crowd control. Better lucky hit chance. Damage reduction while fortified. I'm not seeing fortified proccing that often. 9% fortified generation. I don't know between these. I'd lose a bit of damage. In fact, you know what? I'd lose damage on both. I'm going to maximize for damage for now. Damage to slowed enemies, damage to crowd controlled enemies, damage to distant enemies, but I would lose an awful lot of nice stuff. The intelligence especially would be rough to lose. Critical strike chance, overpower damage. I mean, that one's not actually a bad replacement, except for it. Well, I mean, yeah, I'd lose overall damage. It's still, the item level is kind of low. Shrine buff, don't care for that. Critical strike damage to distant enemy, damage to stunned enemies might be useful with this build. Stunned enemy, actually, no. Okay. I'm feeling that the Titan's Embrace might actually be a better option just because it's got 2 sockets. Still not going to replace the helmet yet. I'm going to hold out, but I think I will replace this. I'm dropping my summon damage, which is worrying to me. Because I've got a lot of summons that do damage. To drop that on all of them at once. For the shadow damage that I'm doing. And the cold resist. Let me just go and check what effects my jewels have on armor. That'll be what dictates what we go with. Damage reduction while control impaired. Damage reduction while fortified. Maximum life. Thorns. Damage taken over time reduction. 3.5. No, I don't think actually any of the things I have to put in it are that useful. Or that great, really, I should say. Alright. Let's go and blacksmith things so I can get appearances that I want. Any new looks? Yep. Then I'm going to
I got first.
sell it all. Up to 370k now. Soul deflectors. It's a good bit of extra armor. Healing received, dexterity not interested. Dodge chance, damage reduction, total armor. Not interested. No. Out of damage over time is kind of nice. I would lose Bone Spear and Blood Lance, which I don't care about currently. I would gain Sever, which I also don't care about currently. So it really comes down to the other bonuses. And I would lose 3% critical strike chance and gain 5.5 shadow damage over time, which is good. And strength, which doesn't matter to me so much, but that actually is a better piece of gear than what I've got. So
what will it be?
Let's go ahead and upgrade a couple of things. This. Oh, damn it! Why?
That there is worth the coin.
Yeah, everything's going to be replaced eventually. It's just how long I think it's going to take to replace it. I'm trying not to replace things that I then immediately replace. Or at least not, like, buying things that I would need immediately replace. I want there to be a bit of a bigger gap when something is more of a potch to upgrade, if that makes sense.
Many fine pieces, rare and beautiful.
Rare and beautiful. Lucky hit chance, 2.2. Huh. Yeah, I don't want to lose the plus to corpse skills for that one. Hello, I've got your eyeballs. This necklace contains a pair of eyeballs hooked into the small chain. While still wet to the touch, the pupils can also be observed dilating as if alive. How terrifying. I've returned with your eyes.
I can see that. Oh, how pitiful I look. Just give me my eyes back, won't you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't have any reason to hold on to them.
Can I just push them right back in their sockets? Just like... that pain! The shock is burned! Oh, God!
You alright there, champ? Oh. Well. I mean, I don't know what we expected, really. The guy literally had his eyeballs on a necklace and could still see through them. What did we expect was going to happen when he shoved them back in his head? But at the same time, that wasn't quite what I expected. Gonna be honest. But at the very least, I was expecting to be able to follow him and interact in some way. I totally expected it to go wrong. I just didn't quite expect him to suddenly be outside of the stocks running off with a demon voice. Hello. Let's just finish out this place. Why would you try popping your eyes back in after they've been owned by someone who messed with demonic energies? Yeah, exactly. Also, you can still see through them. Why don't you just wear them around? You could have made some, like, awesome, like, Mad Eye goggles. Come on. The missed opportunities there. Endless. Absolutely endless. Terrible. What a waste. Could have done amazing party tricks. Oh, you could have just carved holes in your hands and stuck your eyeballs in like you were out of the labyrinth. Alright. Okay, I have no idea what I unlocked for doing that. Again, I don't care about that one. You ran out this way, so I wonder if there's going to be an extra quest up here somewhere. But you know, let's go ahead and wander up north. I know I said I was gonna do wing quest stuff, and then here I am doing map exploration stuff. Mission a crown. Use the eyes as jewels. Yes, exactly. See. Or make little harnesses for your pet crows. Give the eyes to them, so that you always have a bird's eye view of everything that's going on. Just train them to follow you around, circling high overhead. Camp Trenchfoot. That's a very unfortunate name for a camp. This is not... does not sound like a camp that anybody wants to visit. Hello? You know what? Let's just dive in. Murderize everything. Yep. Just like that. Off they go. Is there like a well done thing I can do? Thanks. Sorry. Empty. No, I have no idea. Oh, actually, yeah, well, I guess thanks, but maybe cheer. Maybe cheer is the one that I need to use. I will consider that in the future. Is there anything else to do here? There must be. This place feels like it has secrets. Juicy secrets. Where are my secrets? If I've learned anything about Aavak, exploration and aesthetics are the main quest. See, you get me, Chad. You understand what really matters in life. Well, that seems like that was the whole reason for this area, but okay. Let's just poke up here, I guess. Boop, boop, boop. Oh. Ah, there we are. So we've got a cellar, Black Lung Mountain. Or another unfortunate name for a place. Someone's been up here recently, did not loot everything. Black Lung Mine.